So Google just completely killed Lovable. Now, for those of you who don't know, Lovable is a AI website builder where you can basically just enter a prompt and the AI will build an entire website for you completely. So even if you don't know any coding or any programming, you can just come here, enter a prompt, tell AI what you want, and you can build an entire website. Now, the problem with Lovable is that, well, it's not free. Well, to be honest, no AI is free. Like 99% of the AI out there, you have to pay for it. And Lovable is one of those AI where you have to pay for it. Now, what Google did is that they released their own website builder and it's completely free. Like, you don't have to pay for it. And the limits, to be honest, I'm not sure if there's any limits. Probably like the only limits I see in Google is that some of their models you get like 20 requests per day, which is still way more than Lovable, because with Lovable you only get like, I don't know, about like 2 requests per day. They give you like 5 credits for free, and like each request is like 2.5, so like, you know, you only get like 2 requests per day. Meanwhile with Google you get like a bunch of requests, around 10, 20, depending on the model that you're using per day. So yeah, if you want to build websites and you're on a budget and you don't want to purchase a subscription or anything like that, then Google just provided an alternative. And the next thing about it too is that with Google, you can actually download your website, which is something I don't think you can do with Lovable. With Lovable, I was looking around and I couldn't find any button for downloading. So if you build a website and you want to host it, then, you know, if you're using Lovable, you kind of have no choice but to host it with Lovable, which of course you have to pay for the subscription, which as you can see starts at $25 per month, goes up to $50, and you have the enterprise plan. But yeah, with Google, you can actually download the website and you can host it on your own, which of course you can, you know, if you really know tech, then you can just host it on your own computer, or you can use a free service like Netlify Vercel to just host your website for completely free. But anyways, today we're going to be testing both of these out and see, you know, maybe Lovable is actually worth the subscription price. Maybe the free plan of Google sucks and you're better off paying for Lovable, who knows, but we're going to test it and see how good it is. First, let's start by getting access to Google. Now that's very simple. You just go to Google and type in Google AI Studio and click on the first link you see, and it should bring you to this page. Now, one important thing to mention is that Google has this new policy where, you know, like basically they're trying to, like, you know, quote unquote protect the kids. And so if you have ever gotten an email saying that Google can't verify that you're an adult and you need to verify your account with an ID and you didn't do that, then unfortunately you cannot use Google AI Studio, because if Google thinks that you're not an adult, then they basically restrict you from a lot of their features and so on. And Google AI Studio is one of those features that they restrict you from. So if you want to use this, then, you know, Google, like basically you have to verify your account. Now for me, I have several Google accounts and I did get that warning on some of my accounts. And on those accounts that I got the warning on, I cannot use like Google AI Studio and certain Google features. But fortunately for me, I have several accounts, so my other accounts, they didn't get that warning, and so I'm able to use Google AI Studio. But yeah, if you ever got that warning and you didn't verify your account, then yeah, you have to verify your account to use Google AI Studio, otherwise you can't use it. Now once you're in Google AI Studio, just click on Home, and you should see an option right here that says Build, and you want to click on that, and right here you can select your model. Now this is one of the cool things, because with Lovable, you cannot select the model that you want, at least based off what I've seen. I've done some research and they're saying that Lovable is using a combination of a bunch of different AI, like sometimes they use Google Gemini 3, sometimes they use Cloud and so on, but you can't really pick the model that you want. I think they said that Lovable is using like Gemini Flash, but with this one, as you can see, you can use Gemini Flash or you can use the Pro version, which of course is better than the Flash version. And so again, this is completely free, like you're not paying a subscription or anything. But yeah, we're gonna select the Pro version here, and you can enter your system instructions if you want. And right here you can select what framework you want to use. You can use Angular or React. You know, unfortunately these are the only two options right now, Angular and React. You can do like just regular HTML or something like Next.js or whatever. It's only React and Angular, but I mean it's still better than Lovable, because the Lovable, you only get React and that's it. Like they don't give you an option to pick or choose. So, you know, you still have more options here. But that's basically it. And now you can basically just enter your prompt. And we're going to enter the same prompt into both AI website builder and see which one is better. Now for the first test, we're going to do something very simple. We're just going to build a website for a local business. So I'm going to ask both Lovable and Google AI to build a website for a junk removal service, and we're going to compare the results and see which one is better. Okay, so these are the results right here. This is Google Gemini in the Google AI Studio, and yeah, it's a decent website. As you can see, it has these effects right here, like these hover effects, which is really cool. It even has this feature which is actually really interesting, because I've used a ton of website builders and this is the first time I've ever seen a website builder implement something like this. So this, as you can see, you can upload an image to get an code. So if because for those of you who don't know how junk removal works, is like typically they would request like an image to see like, okay, how much junk do you have, so they can get an idea of how much it's gonna cost. I've used multiple AI website builders and I've entered the same exact prompt to build website for junk removal owners before, and this is the first time I've ever gotten something like this, which is actually a really cool feature that I've never thought about before. But yeah, right here they have the reviews, right here they have the contact form and so on. Everything looks standard. Now for Lovable, let's put this side by side. Okay, so this is the one that Lovable has built over here on the right, and it looks very standard. It also has the hover effects, and it even does the highlight. I'm not sure if you can see it, but when you hover over a card, there's like a color. The color changes a little bit to orange, which is kind of cool. Right here also has an hover effect, really cool. Looks standard. Has some address, so if you have different locations. Has the contact form. Has the footer down here. This one, it looks very good. It's not bad. But to be honest, I would say I'd prefer Lovable, because it looks like slightly better, like 1% better. But to be honest, Google Gemini is completely free. Like, this is very much usable. Like, nothing is wrong with this. But I would say design-wise, Lovable is like 1% better. But again, with Lovable, you have to, one, pay for it, and two, if you want to host this, then you're gonna have to you have to pay for it. But with Google Gemini, you can basically just download it. There's a download button right here, where you can just download it and host it on your own. So to be honest, for something that's free, this is extremely good and very much usable. It's not bad by any means. But yeah, everything looks good. Both of them did a great job. Now let's test something a little bit more complex. Okay, so now we're gonna try something more complex. Now I was scrolling through Gemini, like they have basically a store that shows a bunch of creation that people made. And I actually found that this game right here looks very interesting. So for our next test, I'm gonna try to build this game using both Lovable and Gemini, and let's see the results. Now I suck at creating prompts and so on, so I asked Gemini over here to create a prompt for me, and so I'm gonna give both AI the same prompt and see, basically see the results and see which one is better. So yeah, let's see the results. Okay, so the results are in. And first of all, I wasn't timing it, but I did notice that Google Gemini, it definitely, it took a lot less time than Lovable. I was sitting here and Google Gemini, it took like a minute or two, while Lovable felt like it took around maybe 3 or 4 minutes, which is definitely longer. And again, keep in mind, you have to pay for Lovable. Like, this stuff is not free. Well, except for the 5 free credit that they give you, which you can only use it like it basically gives you like 2 requests per day, so that's not a lot. But yeah, Lovable seems to take a lot longer, even though it's like the quote unquote premium version. While Google Gemini, which is completely free, it took less time. But yeah, anyway, let's see the results, like which one is better, is there any errors, bugs or whatever. First, let's start with Google Gemini, and this is results right here. So let's see. Okay, not bad. Oh wait, this is coins. Okay, those are coins. Okay, this is actually not bad. Let's see what happens when I die. Okay, this is not bad. It looks very minimalistic, like there is not a lot of customization or anything. Let's try Lovable. Okay, this so far seems like there's a lot of details and so on. I guess that's why this took a lot longer, because with this, as you can see, there's less details and customization, but with this there's a lot more. So that's probably why it took a lot longer. And there's even like a upgrades right here, like what is. So this it seems like it added like an option for monetization. So, let's say you publish this and you want to monetize it and make money, then, there's like a store right here. So, I guess I take it back, like this, like even though it took longer, as you can see, there's a lot more features and customization and stuff like that. But yeah, let's play it and see. How do I play this? Oh wow, okay. Oh wow. Okay, I can say that the quality of this definitely seems better. Like even the objects are actually like floating. And there are different shapes and so on. Like this has a lot more details than Google Gemini. I guess this is why it was taking so much longer. Okay, this is actually cool. I would say like the one issue I have with this is like there's no sense of speed. As you can see with Google Gemini, there was like a sense of speed where you can see that okay, the character is obviously moving, but with this one there's like no sense of speed. With even the end screen, as you can see, there's a lot more details, a lot better. And again, there's like the shop button, go to the next level. But yeah, I would say like this is a lot better quality. Now the downside to this is that you get only like 2 requests on the free tier, and even if you do pay, I think you get like 100 credits per month. So even then, you're still very limited with which with Google you have a lot more on the free tier. So like basically with Google Gemini, if you wanted to, you could like add more prompts, and you could eventually get to a point like this for a relatively cheap cost, maybe even free. Yeah, with Lovable, if you want to make like changes to this and so on, then yeah, you're gonna have to pay, or you have to wait like every day to get like 2 requests or so on. Either ways, both results are really good, especially again Google Gemini is completely free. So for something that's completely free, yeah, the results are really good. Again, you can just make more requests and improve it, add more features, add a store and so on. And again, the biggest benefit of Google Gemini is that you can actually download this website. So again, you can just host this for free and like Vercel, Netlify, and just make money from it. So with Lovable, you have to pay for the subscription and host it on their platform and so on. But anyways, that's it. Let me know which one you think is better. Do you think the subscription for Lovable is worth it, or would you rather just build something on Google Gemini for free and then host it for free on some other platform? Let me know what you think.